I'm back. Rodrance for the Black and White Network. Well, I saw this story and was like, wait a minute now. So, one of my favorite shows is making its way back to television. It is called Justified. It ran six seasons on FX, starring Timothy Olyphant as a U.S. Deputy Marshal, Raylan Givens, and Walton Goggins played one of the greatest villains ever, a guy by the name of Boyd Crowder. Well, it is coming back for a limited event series. Now, for full disclosure, one of the guys that played in that, Nick Searcy, was the bad guy in Terror on the Prairie, the Gina Carano Daily Wire film. Well, okay, so they are shooting that right now in Chicago. So what does that mean? Well, hell, they're trying to film a television show up there where they're in a war zone. Gang warfare. Think I'm out of my mind? No. Timothy Olyphant had to literally cover a production person because 2 cars came through their barricade in the middle of a gunfight. Yeah, an actual gunfight. Welcome to liberal hellhole Chicago. Wow. I'm really surprised they were filming there, if you want to know the truth. It had to have been something specific. There's Timothy right there trying to get his boots on. Justified spinoff production halted in Chicago after 2 cars engaged in a gunfight breakthrough barricade. Breitbart. FX and Sony have reportedly halted production of their Justified spinoff series in Chicago following a terrifying incident in which 2 cars engaged in a gunfight broke through barricades surrounding the set on Wednesday night. While no one was injured, the cast and crew were forced to hit the ground and take cover when the incident occurred near Chicago's Douglas Park. According to a report from Deadline, actor Timothy Olyphant, who is returning as U.S. Marshal Raylan Givens, was present and by one account helped shield a production assistant from gunfire. Production on Justified City Primeval was suspended for the rest of the week and is reportedly expected to resume Monday. Yes, it will be a sequel. The violent incident is the latest embarrassment for Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who has presided over an epidemic of gun violence that has left hundreds dead. As Breitbart News reported, 2021 was the deadliest year in a quarter of a century for Chicago, with 797 homicides. By the way, she spent 2020 and the first part of 2021 shitting all over the police up there. There were 3,561 shooting incidents in 2021, exceeding the previous year by more than 300. During the most recent July 4th weekend, 71 people were shot, 8 of them fatally. The incident on Justified comes just a few days after a crew member of Law & Order organized crime was shot to death as he waited to begin working on location in Brooklyn. The New York Police Department reported that the 31-year-old male crew member was shot to death inside his car, and then it appears someone opened his driver's side door and opened fire. Wow. What do these 2 places have in common? Progressive, radical Democratic leadership. I mean, of course. And, of course, they'll blame the guns, or try to blame the guns. No, it's your lack of ability to crack down on crime that's really the issue here. It's kind of funny that we're talking about an FX show because it makes me think of one of my favorite FX shows ever, The Shield. Well, Chicago, New York, some of these places, they could certainly use a Vic Mackey and a strike team right now. Yeah, it would get ugly and it would get painful for drug dealers and criminals. And it might get dirty and it might walk the line. But those people would get locked up and or out of there. One of the two. Wow, just another embarrassment. I mean, it seems like on Mondays, one of our videos is always the running tally of pure unadulterated carnage in Chicago. 2 weeks ago, I believe, 3 weeks ago, I did a video where a Fox News commentator, his brother was shot to death in Chicago. I mean, it's ridiculous, and it all comes down to not being tough enough on crime. It's not. She absolutely, Lori Lightfoot just does not care. This is the same Lori Lightfoot that was on stage saying F Clarence Thomas, as opposed to being in some war room trying to figure out what to do with the gang warfare in their town. And look, businesses are being destroyed up there, and this stuff is spilling over in. It's not just, we're not talking about just hood violence here. It's spreading over in the suburbs, spreading over into wealthier areas. But look, I'm going to tell you, if you're a resident of Chicago, why do you continue to vote Democrat? I bring this up in every video that is related to somebody that's got a Democrat running the show. They have no value on protecting citizens, and they've got more value on criminals. Can you imagine, I would say, the embarrassment Lori Lightfoot would have if Timothy Olyphant would have been shot dead? But I still don't know that she would have cared. Yeah, it might have got some attention. But who the hell up there is going to do anything about it? You better find you a tough on crime Republican to vote into mayor leadership. Wow. Wow, it's unbelievable. Radicals. I wonder how much Soros is behind the scenes on Lightfoot. I'd be interested to find that out. By the way, Quentin Tarantino almost directed this Justified revival. It's one of the reasons you saw Timothy in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It just didn't quite work out. They wasn't able to work out the specifics, and Quentin wasn't able to do it. I don't know who all is coming back. I think Nick Searcy is going to be in this. I'm looking forward to it. We don't know that the character of Boyd Crowder is coming back, but surely they will give that to us. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network fans. One of my favorite shows, the star and or co-stars almost got taken out by some Lori Lightfoot-funded bullets. Wow. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.